We are live. You guys, so exciting. Thank God we are here. Okay, last time I did a live, I forgot to introduce myself, so we're going to do that first. I am Rebbetzin Bat-Chen Grossman. I'm a marriage coach for women in business. I am obsessed with making sure that your marriage is supporting your business and your business is supporting your marriage, and you're actually working together in harmony to create flow in what you're supposed to be doing and in your purpose. Chana Frazin is going to introduce herself because she's just so awesome. And then we're going to get into our conversation. Go.
Awesome. Hi, I'm Chana Frazin. I live in Israel and I'm a certified aromatherapist. And my two passions with the oils are one, teaching women, especially moms, how to use oils at home to keep their families healthy and happy, right? Because if your kids are homesick, then you can't work. So your business isn't going great if your kids are homesick. And the other is the emotional aspects of the oils, which I'm super passionate about. Not just the surface stuff, but to go deep and all the emotional benefits.
And that's what we're focusing on today.
Awesome.
Because it really is so important to, deal with those things that are deep, 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 so that we're not just like, plugging holes and putting Band-Aids.
No Band-Aids. Go for the heat.
So the reason why Chana Frazin is today's guest is because she is one of the guest speakers or guest presenters workshops at the Marriage Breakthrough Retreat.
Yay!
That is
Sign up.
Yes, it's in real life. We did 6 virtual retreats. They were all amazing. 700 women went through them, but this is going to be completely different because it's in person, it's live, it's 2 nights, 3 days of amazingness where you can just get to pause everything and get back into yourself and recenter and realign and get really clear, and then also get all the tools you need in order to go forward. So your workshop
at a live retreat, you can hug people and not just blow kisses over the screen because you love what they're saying. We get to hug each other.
Yeah, I know. And it's funny. We know each other for so long and we never met in person. So I'm very excited about this.
Wow. That sounds so weird. We got close.
I was this close to your house. And because of the kids, we just had to drive. So God wants us to finally meet in person. It's very exciting.
At a women's retreat. I'm going to hug you a lot.
Oh, I love hugs. So bring it on. Bring it on. If you're not a huggy person, don't worry. We're not going to force you to hug if you're a retreat. Okay. So on the second day, the second night, right? So we have a full schedule, and then there's night activities, and usually the night activities are really amazing because you get into this relaxed state. And there's no kids around, so it's like, what do? We have so much time.
We have fun.
We actually have fun. So we are going to have fun. And one of the things is that you're going to be teaching us about the oils and how we can use them in our marriage and business and the combination and the emotions and all that stuff. So, okay, let's go. Start. Tell us what we're going to be doing.
So first of all, I just have to say that now that it is Chodesh Cheshvan, the Jewish month of Cheshvan, the tikkun of Cheshvan is smell. This month, Cheshvan, is all about smell. So we can use smell to achieve even greater pleasure, achievements, whatever it is, intentions, set deeper intentions in this month, and really use smell as a tool.
Amazing.
According to Sefer Yetzirah, every month has a tikkun, and this is the tikkun of smell. So it's amazing. And this week's Parsha, Parshas Noach is the first one that brings an incense offering that brings a smell that is pleasing to Hashem. And Hashem smells Noach's offering, and he says, I will never do this again. I will never destroy the world again. So Smell is
So
very
it's
important, and we're right on time. We're right on schedule for learning about smell. It's perfect.
I
So
love it.
yeah, it's really awesome because also in this past week's parsha in Breshit, right, we had Chet Rishon, the first mistake
Sin.
in Gan Eden, and all of our senses, except the sense of smell, were involved in the chet because they saw it and they touched it and they tasted it. It doesn't say that they smelt the fruit and they didn't smell the tree. And so the rabbis have said that our sense of smell has always remained pure because it wasn't involved in the original downfall of mankind. And so now, fast forward thousands of years, and in the late 1900s, scientists also said that our sense of smell is clean and pure, and that there's nothing that blocks our sense of smell from our olfactory bulb all the way to our limbic brain, to our emotional center. We have our emotions and memories stored. So, smell is totally connected to everything and can bring us very amazing deep pleasure and a lot of healing, you know, old wound healing, amazing healing. And so we're going to use it like mamash for really good stuff in our workshop. So y'all should come. And
Oh,
you're
this
all
is
going
so
to go home with your oil, which is also really special, right?
okay.
We're
So
not just going to keep
thing
it for
that
yourself.
one of the things that is really important in my business and one of my values when I was doing my, 2 years ago, I worked with a really big branding person, and she made me write down all the values and the things that really matter. And one of the biggest things is unique results. Like everybody has their own things and we are not one size fits all. So one of the things I love about oils is that there is no one oil that is the right oil for everyone. you know Everybody has the things that it brings up for them and the things that work and they like, and
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is that the oil does. And I love that we align with that, because when we were talking about making this workshop for the retreat, you said there was going to be a way for you to really uniquely customize your own massage oil that you take home. And I'm just so excited that we're all going to sit there with like little bottles.
Yeah, we get sciencey a little bit, and crafty. And I love what you just said about everyone having their own scent because my company is actually called the Oil for Me because I feel like I discovered the oils that work for me, and I believe everyone has the oil for them. So that is actually the name of my business, is the Oil for Me. I want
Yes.
everyone to find their oil. Yeah, for sure. So we're going to do that. We're going to focus on oils that are great for couples and for massage and for happiness and feeling good in your body, feeling good in yourself, feeling present. So we have very floral oils. A lot of people know about jasmine and ylang ylang and rose. So we'll get into why these oils are good for those kinds of things. And we're going to make a massage oil that you can use. And I love cinnamon. I love cinnamon. It's super empowering and it's great for women entrepreneurs because it's an oil of like manifesting abundance. And because it's spicy, so it like spice up your life. Get enthusiastic and feel positive, feel good about yourself and about what you're doing. So spice, it drives it in there, right? We can all imagine like a spicy chiquita. And so we're going to use spice and we're going to use florals. And one of my all-time favorites that every woman needs to like have a relationship with is definitely geranium oil. It's the oil of love. It's sometimes called the poor man's rose, but it's about love and it's about opening the heart and being able to open your heart to give and opening your heart to receive. Right? I'm sure you'll talk a lot about being givers and receivers on the retreat because we're
You
women.
know
So
what
we
we're
do a
doing?
lot of that.
So the retreat is in a villa. We're renting the entire villa and we like luxurious all the way. And we're on the beach. So we're going to actually go on an outing to the beach, and we're doing a bunch of different activities. And one of the activities is creating your abundance vessel. And is so exactly that, is like, how do we open ourselves up and how do we get out of our own way so
Mm-hmm.
that we really receive? And I love that it works so together with what we're
Yeah.
doing. Like
Mm-hmm.
the whole retreat is designed for you to go through all of the stages of getting recentered, getting really clear, and then opening up and allowing the things in without having to work hard, right? A lot of times we think we have to push and hustle and,
Mm-hmm.
be in that conflict, but
Right.
really it's just about getting rid of the blockages.
Right.
So,
Flow, being in flow.
yeah,
So I know
totally.
you're doing yoga at the retreat. So, right.
Yes, there's
So,
yoga and breath work and
mhm.
jewelry making and your oil workshop. And there is Rebecca Saltzman coming with organize
Awesome.
your life, sort of create order. That's going to be really fun.
Mhm.
There's so many
It's going
more
to be
secrets
amazing.
about.
Give us one secret that's not on the flyer.
Oh my gosh, there's so many secrets. And it's like, I'm not telling. Only
Right.
the people
Right.
that there's a couple of people already signed up. There's a couple more on the fence. So if you're thinking about it, definitely jump in because there's a limited number of beds. And we also want to keep it to an intimate group. So I'm not going to
Right.
go crazy with making a huge thing. I really like that we get that close knit group.
Right. Right.
A couple of people are asking about, well, I don't have a business yet. So it's like, here's the thing. This is for women who are for sure married. You have to be married. So all of you guys who are not married, I love you. I still love you, but this is, really important that everybody be on the same page with this. But with business, you can be with an established business, or you could be in the middle of starting something, or even
Mhm.
just being ready to get out of your own
Mhm.
way, and that's
Right.
okay. If you are like, I don't know what I want to do, but I know that I want to do something, that's fine too. And the retreat is not going to make you feel inadequate that you don't have a business. It's really going to be there for you to be able to
Beautiful.
just release all of that and allow it in. So those are just answering some frequently asked questions, because it is really important um to feel like it's okay that you're not there yet, and
Mhm.
that's part of, you know, I feel like everyone in business is not there yet, right? You
Right.
could have a $2 million business and be like, but
Right.
I'm not there yet.
Right.
So
Right.
I don't want you to feel like, oh, I'm not there yet, so I can't come. No, as long as you're ready to open up, ready to receive all of the transitions and the processes and the, you know, well, what? Yeah, that retreat feel, you will love it. Any questions from people who are watching, or do you have anything to say to add to this?
Well, I think that if you go and you don't yet have your business, it could be exactly the place where you get inspired to come into it. Or maybe you have an idea and you think, no, I could never do that. That'll never work. Not me. I'm not good enough. So, this is everything that a woman needs to run her business.
Exactly. Exactly. I Oh, there was another question. I want to address it really quickly. Yes, it's kosher. People are like, is it kosher? It doesn't say anywhere. I'm like, there's two Rebbitzins on the retreat flyer.
Uh-huh.
Like, yeah, it's kosher. It's strictly kosher.
Mhm.
Besides that, you also have a questionnaire that you sign up. When you sign up, you get to answer. And one of the things is preferences for the chef, because we have a personal chef who's making food for us. So you can tell her what your favorite foods are, or you can tell her you don't like cilantro, or I don't know, whatever it is that you like or don't like. And one of those things could be, I really need this type of, hechsher on the chicken, or I really, want to make sure that blah, blah is the right thing for me. We're gonna we're gonna buy the stuff based on what we as a
Yes.
collective are asking for. So that's why I went for this, because I feel like if you're already going to go out and do the step of leaving your kids behind, you really deserve the best. You know, you deserve to be in luxury. You deserve to have the food that fills you up. Like there's smoothies and salads and yummy stuff. And there's always going to be a vegetarian option because I'm sensitive to that. I have a daughter who's vegetarian. So I always want to make sure that there's food for everyone, right? And it's just really important for me to address that because it came up so many times. I'm like surprised. I didn't think I would need um to even mention it. But yes, I am mentioning it.
The food's going to be awesome.
Oh, yes. If you know
And
me,
we're
I'm
going
obsessed with food. We have to have good
Right. All you
food.
have to do is look at all your beautiful pictures of all the beautiful food that you make for yourself to nourish yourself, to nourish and to nurture. It's so much about that. We have to fill up on the good stuff. And it's not just food that we're filling up on. We're filling up on connection
Exactly.
and the place and the beach. The beach is so important.
Oh, yes. Yes. We have a meditation by the waves. Oh, it's so good. Oh my gosh.
Mm, it's
I
awesome.
can't continue talking because I'm gonna just keep spilling it all out. Um, but there is there is a real importance that I see because one of I told you about my values. So one of the things is that I'm very practical. So it's connected for real. I'm connected. I'm like up there with God
Mhm.
and stuff. I'm really practical, very grounded. So it's really important to balance the two things of like I need to feel safe and taken care of in my
Mhm.
body so that I can let go of all of the tightness and really open up with my soul, right? There is no way for you to be doing this type of work, which is really high level mindset and spiritual and alignment and things like that, when you're hungry or when you're feeling uncomfortable or when you're, around people who don't get you. This is why everybody is going to be married. Everybody is, open to getting out of their own way because there is something really important about taking care of the external so that you can go in.
Right. We are physical beings on this planet. So there
Yeah,
are certain things that we need. And you're right. And it's not so often that a mother, a woman, a wife gets to go away and that those things are taken care of because we're usually the ones taking care of those things, the
thanks.
food, the nourishment, and all of those things. So yes, getting away and getting away with women, it's super important. Women, we are mamash bringing the geula. So we have to get together and celebrate and being near
Oh,
water makes a huge difference. So we can
yes.
be in flow because it's at this time of year, like we just came out of the Jewish holidays. We need to like there's like the jump start of the year, right? And we had all these intense moments and all the prayer, and then we go from Rosh Hashanah to Yom Kippur, and then sitting in the sukkah and all the celebration and you know all this and so much food and celebration. And so you just then by the end it's like, okay, I'm ready to like go back, the kids are back at school, restart my year, start the year, and all the great kavanot and intentions we have for our businesses and ourselves. And then it can be like shocking,
Right.
like wait,
Like
on the house is
you
quiet, what do I do now?
right.
Wait, I work, I have a business, I where do I start? All right, I'm gonna have my coffee first. And like to nurture ourselves at this time in this process, because there can also be the after holiday downer that, and we just need to, we're not going like you can't go full speed ahead for so long without refilling your cup. And as moms, as wives, we definitely need to like refill our cup. So the retreat is totally perfect for that.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
beautiful.
I love it. So many of us were just discussing this where it's like I had a whole to-do list of what to do after the Chagim. And the first day we're all like texting each other. So how are you procrastinating? Right? What are you doing to not do the things you said you were gonna do? Because you have this resistance of like, uh-oh. I actually have to do it now, It's like,
Uh-huh.
what do I do? What do I do? Real life is hit, and there's a real whiplash of like, oh
Right.
gosh, now we're here. So I totally get it. And it's intentional that I made it in November. And it's because I really believe that not only did we have the holidays, we had the whole summer, pretty much all of
Right.
Q3
Right.
was this real slow, overwhelming season. And we're going into Q4, which is really the most important part of the business. So it's like, okay, I gotta, get my act together. But before you can do that, instead of going like head to head with it, let it flow. That's really the
Right.
goal, is to come back after the retreat. It's not only the retreat, it's what the
Mhm.
retreat creates, where it's like after the retreat, you have this real open download, like, that clear channel for clear downloads, and what do I do next, and guidance, and I'm not alone. And I mean, besides the networking, which is absolutely amazing, could you believe like the amount of friends you make at a place like this? Like,
Right.
I went to 2 retreats in my life, and I made the best friends,
Well,
like people I love, networking with and asking advice from, and just, hey, can you help me with this? And it changes your whole way of
mhm.
doing business
Mhm.
when you can collaborate, when you have somebody to turn to. It's so different.
So different. Yes. You need each other. Takes a
Yeah,
village.
hug each other, hug.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. It's a great time. It's a very powerful time.
Oh yes. Oh
Really,
yeah.
really
Thank you.
amazing, amazing. Yeah. Super
Um,
fun.
Another question that comes up is, do I have to be, religious or observant? No, we
Mhm.
specifically made it during the week because this is,
Mhm.
everything I do is for God centered. So the point isn't how religious or how not religious you are. I don't care. The point is connecting to God. And I come from a family that all that matters is that you're connected to God, right? And like,
Beautiful.
it's your business what you do with that, but you have to know that there's a God and that he cares and he loves you, and
Mhm.
he put you here on earth for a reason, right? And you get to use that and be really intentional about how you live your life so that you can fill that role. And so I actually really want to go out of my way to welcome anybody who doesn't feel like they belong or something like that,
Right.
because, maybe you don't think that this is for you. This is totally for you. Like, this is for all married women who are in any uh, stage of business. It's niche enough,
Right.
that like, anymore. We really want that unity, and we want to be able to feel inclusive and for you to feel at home and comfortable in your skin. So I
Right.
want to make sure that, that you guys all know that.
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's really awesome. And we'll have oils for feeling comfortable too.
Oh
Get them
yeah. Oh
started.
gosh.
Yeah.
Hannah's gonna be like
God
sprinkling
centered.
it.
Totally.
I could be like, okay, oh my gosh, 1 second, here you go. And
And if anyone gets sick, we got you covered. No problem. We've got oils.
no
It's all
getting
good.
sick. Oh, no
No,
getting sick.
no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, it's one of the things I love is that the oils, they go with everything. So I was like, yeah, you can use it for this and you can use it over here. Oh, do you need some lemon in your salad? Or, it's a great massage. Do you have a headache? It blends so well with so many other things. And you said Rebecca Salzman's coming. So when I did her power hours one time and I was cleaning out my closet always gives me an allergy attack because of the dust. So I take my diffuser into the closet. I put it like the edge of the closet and I'm diffusing the allergy oil so that I don't have an allergy attack and I actually get through the work. So they go with everything. They go with your clutter clearing, everything. It's all
Yes,
good. Yeah.
I'm in Rebecca's membership and I love
Mhm.
it. I highly recommend it to anybody who's listening. And yes, it's not only the dust, but all the emotional stuff that comes up. It's so important to have Rebecca there reminding you that everything's okay.
Let it go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I always think of her when I pull something out. I'm like, okay, I admit it has been here long enough. It has not been worn out. Saying goodbye. It always
Yeah.
feels.
What I like, though, I like that she lets me keep certain things, like,
Mhm.
lets me, as if that she decides. But say, like, no, actually, I think that's really useful. And I'm like,
Mm,
oh, okay. Sometimes, like, just hearing another perspective is really helpful.
mhm.
So
Right,
she's
because
awesome.
we don't have to get rid of everything.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna invite her for a live because now we have to talk with her. Everybody should get to know Rebecca. She's awesome.
Yeah, what
Okay,
is she going to do? There's no one's bringing a closet full of stuff on the retreat. So what is she going to do?
so it's really organizing your mind, like
Mm,
creating order within everything that you are in charge of, within everything that you have on your plate. And
awesome.
um, she's going to give us a bunch of like worksheets to work
Mhm.
through and really create order. And then through that, we'll be able to really go out on our way very focused and not so overwhelmed and all over
Beautiful.
the place. So she said something about, oh, we can all sit on our computers. I'm like, no computers. No, we are
It's a
not sitting.
retreat.
We are not sitting on no computer. She's like,
Uh-huh.
well, write it down. I'm like, no, no, no. We want a break. We really don't want to think
Mhm.
about anything technical. But we do want to create order. We want to make sure that we're getting really clear with where we're
But
going with
not
everything.
too
Not too
right,
technical.
sorry. It had right, not too technical. But if someone needs to bring their computer because they need to do something at night after all the programming, that's okay. They're allowed. No one should be freaked out right now.
Yeah, no,
You
don't
can bring
freak
your laptop.
out. You can bring whatever you want. I'm not taking away your phone or your computer or anything. And you are a free woman to do what you want. But I'm not going to make you bring your computer so that we can do this one activity. So I'm,
No.
when we're together, I think that, the rule is no phones at the table when we're eating because that's really
Yes.
important, actually,
Yes.
the meal. And then during sessions, it just, respectful not to have your phone around or like, be distracted. But
Silence, right.
between breaks and we have a lot of rest time. There's a heated pool and a jacuzzi. So I'm sitting there going, oh, I hope it doesn't rain. I hope it doesn't rain.
Right, I know. Like, are we allowed to say that?
Well,
Tease.
today we had the perfect example. It rained until 7:30 and then everybody went out and it was a beautiful day. And then it rained again and it cleared up right before we had to get the kids. So there's this
Awesome.
like really nice flow about rain. Like God really
Mhm.
knows what he's doing. So I feel like
Mhm.
it can rain during the times that we don't need to be at the pool. And
Or the
then
beach.
it can rain in
Right.
strategically. We're praying for strategic rain.
Oh, there you go. Right. We have to get specific on our prayers. That's good. That's good.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Well, it's going to
Doing
be a
that
great
here.
retreat. It's going to be
What?
super, it's going to be a great retreat. It's like packed with great stuff, great intentions, great location.
Oh, yes. And you know what's amazing? There's people signed up for January already because they can't come now. So they're like, okay, just sign me up for January. So there's already a wait list for January.
Beautiful.
I love
Beautiful.
that.
I want to hear the dates.
I
Let me know
do
when you
too.
have January dates. It's
I
awesome.
want to. Everything's connected to something. Like we're waiting for one thing so we can know one thing so we can know that. So
Life.
it's all dependent
Right.
on things. When I
So
know them,
all the
what?
women who have signed up, did they all do a virtual retreat?
That's a good question.
You
I
had a
think that
lot of retreats. You
most,
had a lot of virtual retreats.
right. So most people went to at least something, like they
Mhm.
either went to some of the retreat or all of the retreat. But I also want to give a heads up that you don't have to have known me or seen my stuff in order to come, because there's a certain flow that when
Mhm.
you're at a retreat, it's designed to take you through it. So it's not like, okay, now you guys all know it, let's get on with it. Like,
Uh-huh.
that's more, people who join my masterminds, they all need to have gone through the retreat, because that really is, the mastermind, the year long or the 6 month long, is based on everything we learned at the retreat. So
Mhm.
it makes sense that you have to know it. But this retreat is really fine for beginners. It's open to all of you. And of
Amazing.
course, Tamima is signed up. Am I allowed to say that? I think I am, because she's really excited about it. And she's looking for a friend to go with her. By the way, there's a friend brings friend referral program. So Tamima is looking for a friend. If any of you guys are looking for a friend, you guys can, match up. Um, if you bring a friend, then both of you get 100 shekels off. So it ends up being really fun, because
Beautiful.
you both win. And if you bring multiple friends, then you
Mhm.
have multiple discounts. Like, I'm very chill about that. That's cool. You can,
That's very nice of you.
you can save as much as you want. I think it's just really, when you come with friends, then there's this like energy that comes with, and don't worry if you're coming on your own, we're gonna take care of you. You'll be my friend. You'll be
Right.
good.
Everyone will be friends by the end, by the middle. That's
Oh,
nice.
by like 2 minutes in.
Right. By the end of the first coffee, everyone will be friends. It's all good.
Exactly.
Beautiful. That's amazing. That's totally
Yes.
amazing.
So yeah, Tamima was in all of my retreats, and she's in my program, the Mastermind. So she is, completely immersed, and she's excited about it, because she knows that I'm bringing in new things and new
Mm.
experiences. So it's not something that is repeat for her.
Right.
Um, and also, like, don't think I'm repeating anything, because, it's always new with me.
Yeah.
And just like always refreshing, and making it exciting. And then there's some people who are just like, yeah, cool, I don't know, I heard about this thing, so I'm signing up. So it's
Awesome. Some and some. So people who weren't on any of the retreats, are your retreats? I know they used to be up on your Facebook page. Can people still access it if they want to like go check out day 3, day 4? Can they do that?
it's interesting. I don't know if on
The
Facebook they
retreat?
still are on, but
Mhm.
I'm doing another virtual retreat in December for all
Oh,
those who missed. So that's going to be the 7th one.
wow.
Very excited about that. Um,
Mhm.
but I have to check. I don't know if the replays are up, because their replays, they disappear after a certain amount of time with Zoom, and then they don't live anymore.
They're
I
somewhere
know.
in Zoom library. Bring them
Uh,
back. Bring them back.
the
'Cause that would be
digital,
fun if someone who didn't participate wants to go check out a
right.
day or
I
get the
have
whole.
I have an amazing personal assistant, and if you get in touch with me by email and ask me for them, we might be able to find how to give them to you.
Awesome. There's
Yes,
incentive. Everybody
there you
get a day from the retreat.
go. Wonderful. Okay, cool. Do you have any practical uh, applications for us to talk about before we close up? Something about aromatherapy or essential oils, massage oils?
Sorry, I actually missed the first part of your question. There are some people leaving my house right now. Move 1 second and then repeat the question.
All good.
Okay,
Um,
what?
okay, so
Sorry.
I'm asking if before we close up, if you want to give us any practical use of aromatherapy, essential oils, something that we can take home and really use right now.
Awesome. Well, there's always tea tree and lavender. Tea tree and lavender are like, if you're going to have two oils in your house, they really do the most in turn, like skin healing and fungal and just things that happen, and skin abrasions that happen with kids, ear infections. I feel like if you're going to say, what's like the most practical thing, I can get one, well, you have to get two. You have to get tea tree and lavender. And to learn how to use them, and they're simple and they're safe and they're effective. And I really have an appreciation for herbal medicine, but essential oils, they work super fast. So if your kid's coughing, if your kid whatever, ears, it's like a little bit of essential oils goes a really long way. So I really just so wholeheartedly believe that everyone needs some oils in their house. And like coughing season is coming, or it's here today, with the rain. So just a few simple oils to learn how to use them. And also, like, you got to be safe, keep them out of reach of the younger kids, and learn how to use them properly. Because sometimes people feel like, oh, but it's just lavender, it's okay. Well, yes, for the most part, but if it gets in your kid's eye, you need to know how to deal with that. So essential oil safety is, a real part of it. But for the most part, they're easy to use, amazing benefits, fun. There's diffusers and different ways to use them. During Sukkot, we had salt in a glass vase with a candle and oils going all the time. And really, we did not have a problem with flies or bees or anything the entire time. And I live in a moshav, and there's like a cow shed. Flies could be an issue. Bees are an issue. My neighbors grow grapes on all sides of me. So there are a lot of bees here. So just using them in a practical ways and getting them into your life. Essential oils raise our vibration to be happy, to be, you're, I'm sure, going to talk about attracting people to your business. And when our vibration is higher, we attract more things into our lives. And essential oils have very high vibration. So I guess, like, my practical tip is bring oils into your life, whatever it's for, whether you want help with sleep or with a cough or in your marriage or with your libido. Like, oils help.
Yes. And we're focusing on that, specifically because we're all going to be married at the retreat. We're really focusing on using the oils to help us in marriage, and then also in business, being able to sort of harmonize the two, because they're
Right.
so similar in so many ways. And sometimes that's why they're so conflicting, because they need the same types of energies from you.
Right.
You're only one person.
Right. Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's great. It's beautiful. Okay. So synergistic relationships.
Yes. Thank you so
Beautiful.
much for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
It's fun. Can't wait to hug you.
I know. I know. I'm very excited. If you guys
Yeah.
want to come to the retreat, we have the link right here. Just so you know, it's connectedforreal.com/in-person-retreat. And this is where you can find all the details and the program and sign up. Right on top, it says sign up for the wait list. So you can sign up for the January, and then also down at the bottom, you can send a question or just sign up directly. It's all good. I'm very excited. And of course, if you have any questions, comments, complaints, whatever, bring them
No
my way.
complaints.
No complaints. The
No
biggest
complaints.
complaint is, why are you doing it November 7th, 8th, and 9th? That's when my husband is flying to America. I have so many women whose husbands are leaving to America that week, because I assume that, it's
After the
high
hugging.
season for business, right?
Right.
So
They're also getting back to work.
exactly. So I totally get you. That's why I made sure to originally think through that there is going to be another one in January. So make sure that you get in touch with me, because it's actually filling up.
You're
So
amazing.
you don't want to miss it. Make
You're
sure to sign
amazing.
up for that too. And
Very
yeah,
considerate of you to
yes,
already be making the next one for the people who can't come. That's very sweet. Warms my heart.
Aw, thank you. There's more than a handful of responses
Amazing.
like that. It's like, I would have come, but I would have come,
Mhm.
sorry. So
Right.
I I'm totally happy with those complaints too, because then I could do something about it. There you go.
Problem solver.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you. Yeah.
See you
I
next
love you
week.
all. I can't
Laila
wait to see
Tov, Chodesh
you.
Tov.
Oh, this
Yay.
so
See you
thank
soon.
you.